Full shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some social shit for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made this be myself, so hit me. Woo! I mean, like, we can pull that clown shit away. This some real shit for you. I'm spazzing right now, so listen, let's go. Yeah. It's in their bones, the thugs in harmony for the love of the money. Then fall victim for the cookie, then turn pussy, it's lonely. You said you hold it down when life get rough, we're here now, so show me. We move them losses to them wins. Heavy pounds, we make it ends meet. Converse of only few who make me feel like I be 10 feet.
Yes, people, what is going on, man? We are back in the damn building, man. We're back in the damn building. We're back in the damn building. Sorry, I was just reading something, man. Big up to everybody inside. Yeah, man, we're here. Another match preview. Shouldn't make this one too long, to be honest with you. Not really too much kind of going on. Obviously, I watched the Arne Slot press conference. The press conference was mad early though, like mad early. Like I thought, I woke up and I see it's already, you know what I mean? It's already been posted by the Liverpool page, and I thought, right, you guys didn't even wait for me to wake up and sit down and. You know what I mean? Get to analyze it properly, at the same time when it was live. But listen, I'm not here to complain. So it is what it is. Big up honesty in the damn building, my brother. Much love for joining me this morning, guys. We'll do the YouTube stuff. Of course, if you'd like to support the channel, guys, you know the deal. You can become a member. I got a couple of videos thrown up there already. One of them will be thrown out to the general public very soon, but my Liverpool story, that one is only for members. If you'd like to know a little bit more about me, Liverpool, why I support them, my kind of journey through the Liverpool kind of the echo chamber and that, like, let me know. And of course, obviously my latest video on Bournemouth, guys, check it out. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm going to be doing a lot more content like that as well. So yeah, just make sure you guys check out the video. All you gotta do is hit the like button. I don't care if you don't want to watch the whole video. It's cool, it's calm. I ain't gonna stress you about it, but just hit the like button. Even if you just hit like and bounce, I'm good with that. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna cry about it, man. But obviously, as I said before, we're here this morning for Liverpool versus Ipswich. Yeah, nothing really. There wasn't really too much to kind of like. I was trying to find some news as well. I mean, there are little bits and bobs. But I am sure ENDZ probably will talk about that later on today, potentially. But in a general sense, Liverpool coming off the back of 2 victories in a row. Ipswich, Jesus Christ, I mean, getting slapped 6-0 by Manchester City. I know that weren't pretty. I don't feel like that's like a true reflection, of Ipswich, if I'm being totally honest with you. Obviously, we've seen how they've kind of performed this season, in parts. Obviously, players like, Delap obviously performing. Hutchinson's been pretty decent as well. Can't remember the other striker's name, or I can't pronounce it, should I say. But he's been okay in some of the games that I've seen him play in. But yeah, lost 2-0 to Brighton as well. Obviously, before that, they were on a decent little run, drew 2-2 to Fulham. Got another victory in there and got 3-0 victory against, I do not know who that is. I'm going to say that is a cup game because I just didn't recognize the badge. But obviously Liverpool only 1 defeat in their last 5. Obviously that was against the Spurs. 2-1 victory against Lille. Now, even speaking on the Lille game, I was listening to Arne Slot's press conference, and I think he spoke about his dad. His dad obviously chatting about the game, and obviously he spoke about what his dad likes to see in terms of like, we want to, I want a bit more kind of thing. And I'm not going to say that's necessarily what I would want. It's just more when we're doing like the analysis on these kind of games and stuff like that. I think one of the journalists, he said it, it was people are saying that game was like a professional kind of match. It was professional performance. Liverpool kind of got the job done and dusted, and it is what it is. But yeah, that's literally how I saw it. It wasn't great in terms of, oh my goodness, this was a masterclass by Liverpool. But I think some people misconstrue that and think if the opposition isn't having 20 shots against your goal, then you must have been excellent. And I was like, I don't feel like it's always as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like, games, I don't feel like we should analyze games in that kind of way. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's just as black and white as, oh well, they only had one shot, so you know they must have been shit. Obviously, okay, that's a bit exaggerated, but they only had 6 shots or 5 shots, but 1 on target or 2 on target. Is it, you know, they must have been shit? It's like, nah, I don't think it's like that. When you watch them play, Lille were popping the ball about at the back. They felt comfortable popping the ball around at the back. That was interesting to see as well, because I've always said, as much as I might potentially criticize like Liverpool's football at times or whatever, I would always say Liverpool are the best counter-attacking pressing team in Europe, in my personal opinion. I don't think I've seen a better team who can press really, really well, but also the counter-attack is so devastating, you know, and I think that's where Liverpool, in my opinion, are number one above every other team, you know, in Europe. But yeah, it was just interesting to see the fact that Lille were just comfortable doing that. They seemed so comfortable popping it around. The centre back, I know we had a laugh on ENDZ's channel the other day, and we were talking about, you know, that centre back who did that little drag back and push, you know, against 𝐒𝐷𝐿𝐿, like that. It just felt like they were good with that. And obviously, listen, Lille were coming off the back of like, was it 21 games, 22 games undefeated? So they're not just some idiots. Do you know what I mean? They're not just clowns that, you know, we've just seen randomly and it's like, oh, who are these? No, they're a serious outfit, man. I think third in the Ligue 1 as well. Some good performances from certain players in their team as well. Like, they're a decent team. So to beat them 2-1 is obviously a good thing as well. Showed Liverpool can get through that, especially because I guess prior to the game, when we're doing like the previews and seeing what people are saying online and stuff like that, everyone kind of wanted him to rotate the squad quite a lot. But, you know, you got to be careful with some of these teams, you know, like he ain't trying to lose. Regardless of if we've qualified, he doesn't see it as, oh, because we've qualified, it's okay. Well, technically, I don't think we had actually. But in terms of like, because we're technically through, obviously, I don't think we were through on paper, but we were, you know, in the end, we're through. I don't think he sees it as like, yeah, I can just, nah. Maybe the last game against, I had no idea who the hell we've got next, but maybe, was it PSV? I feel like it's PSV. But whoever it is, excuse me, whoever it is, he might decide to, you know, rotate in that game. But yeah, I feel like he's someone who he only rotates if he needs to. And I think he's starting to slowly understand. Thank you, PSV. I think he's slowly starting to understand that, you know, with Liverpool, they're a team of rhythm. You know what I mean? You take them out of their rhythm for too long, yeah, we get games like we did against Girona. You know what I mean? That wasn't even that long that we had, you know, out of it kind of thing. So listen, man, it is what it is. But we got through that fixture. No worries. And as I said, obviously, Liverpool flying high at the moment. 1 defeat in the Premier League. 50 points as well. 50, I like that. When I see 50 points, I'm like, yeah, that looks, don't know what it is, just the number 50. Always looks good. Ipswich only on 16 points, which I actually didn't know. I should have looked at this. I didn't even know. They've lost 12 times this season, only won 3 games. Boy, I think they're sitting 18th in the table, to be fair. Yeah, it's kind of peak for them, if I'm being super duper honest. Doesn't look too great for them for this season. I don't know realistically what they're kind of looking at. Obviously, you got Liam Delap, former Manchester City player. He's on 8 goals so far. It's so crazy. I'm looking at the stats and stuff, right? And it's like, obviously it shows like the top goal scorers, right? And it will show Mo Salah's obviously on 18 goals. Delap's on 8 goals. That's not the problem. It's the expected goals. Mo Salah's expected goals this season, and I know it's expected and whatever, but his expected goals is actually 17.12, and Delap's is 6.36. So technically, if you go by the numbers, both are actually overperforming their XG. If we're being honest, they're actually both overperforming that. So I guess that's good for both teams, to be honest with you. What's this? Honestly, Man and Sal's combined got same amount of points. Man and Spurs, Manchester United and Spurs. Yeah, that's mad. That's mad. Yeah. Both are shit this season. I don't give a flying. And the thing is, I'm probably more disappointed with Spurs than I am Manchester United, because Man United, I feel like you can. Okay, both teams you can provide context for. Spurs obviously got mad injury list and stuff like that. But I'm more annoyed with Spurs because I'm like, but your manager's not even trying. Like, your manager's doing the same thing that I used to complain about with Jurgen Klopp, right? Which is, bro, I beg you, just change something. Like, why do you keep doing the same things, expecting a different result, and then you're gonna cry about injuries and that. No one cares about your flipping injuries, bro. Change your tactics. Change what you're doing. If you change what you're doing and you're still getting the same problem, that is different, because then I feel like you've tried everything that you possibly can in order to, you know, to achieve, you know, the 3 points or get the victory. But for when you're doing the same things and you've got injuries, it's like, bro, like, what, I don't know what you expect. That's why when the injury stuff, sometimes, yeah, I don't give people blight. Like, I won't give Arsenal, hell no anyway. But in general, I never ever give people too much blight unless I've seen that you tried to do something else. If I've seen that you tried to do something else and it's still not working, that's when I'm cool with it. Like the injury, I'm like, bro, they've tried to change formation. They've, I don't know, changed the style of play a little bit just to combat the fact that they've got these injuries until these players come back. But when you don't do that, it's like, what do you expect? Like, you don't have the players to play the system anyway. So if you don't have the players and now you don't even have your second or third choice players, what do you expect to see from the team? Do you get what I mean? It's like, I really don't, you know what I mean? I really don't understand that. And that's the part that annoys me more about Spurs. Man United, I'm like, it's kind of similar in not injuries, but in terms of manager and systems, right? But the only difference is that this manager just came in, and this manager, he came in and you knew what he was about. So in terms of Manchester United fans, I'm not saying they can't be angry. Of course, like your team ain't doing well in it. So you sit in the bottom half of the table. I think they're still there. So of course you're going to be vexed about that. But on the flip side, I'm like, for the people who are saying for him to change it, I'm like, nah, this ain't Ange where he's got mad injury list and, you know, blah, blah, blah. This is a guy who's got players available. He's got enough players available in order for him to still do what he's probably trying to do. On top of that, he's a new manager. So he still needs to implement a style anyway. There's no point implementing just a random style just for the time being. And then you're going to have to try and flip it, you know, later on, like, you know, down the line. So I think that's where I get a little bit more annoyed with Spurs than I do with Manchester United. I can't hear the injury thing with Spurs. Have you seen Bournemouth injury list? They are still, yeah, I know. See, I didn't even know. Like, I don't even know what Bournemouth's injury list is like. But if that is true, and I know honestly ain't gonna just chat shit, but like either way, regardless, if you got injuries, bro, sometimes you got to change up a little bit. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you've got to change things up, man. It can't just be the same thing every kind of time. I swear, managers who do that sometimes. Like, listen, everyone knows De Zerbi's my guy, right? But there were times last season I used to sit there and think, brother, I beg you just change the way that you do things a little bit, just a little bit. I'm not asking you to do a madness. Like people say, when people hear it, they think I'm telling man to go completely the other way with your style of play. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, for the time being, if you don't have the players, if you're not winning games, you may just need to change it a little bit. Just a little bit. Doesn't have to be major changes. Just a little bit to help the situation. Once the situation gets better, you can go back to whatever the hell. And to be honest, you may even stick with, you know, what you've been doing at this current moment in time. But when you stay, probably it irked me. It actually proper irks me, man. Here's some stats, obviously, just from some insights I saw on FootMob. Ipswich have scored 7 goals in their last 5. Haven't scored in their last 2, though. Leif Davis, yes, that's the player, one of the players I was thinking about as well. He's created the most big chances for Ipswich this season with 10. Definitely someone to look out for. Liverpool have scored 9 goals in the last 5. A little 2 more than Ipswich. Salah's obviously got 18 goals. Salah is ranked 3rd in big chances created in the competition with 17. Let me see, big chances created. He's got 17. And Leif Davis has got 10. So, yeah, you know, that's pretty decent, you know, for Ipswich, for a team who are sitting in 18th. I feel like that is pretty decent. One of the main things, obviously, I did see was, or I did hear, should I say, sorry, was Arne Slot talking about Harvey Elliott. And I think someone asked him the usual stuff about why, you know, more game time and all that kind of stuff. I think when I think about Harvey Elliott, and I know obviously he came out after the game, you know, to speak about the whole, what do you call it? I guess with all the news and all the noise surrounding, you know, him potentially leaving in the January transfer window. I remember it was Brighton and Dortmund, I think it was the 2 teams who might potentially be interested in him. I said, yeah, like, listen, I'm not going to, like, Harvey's not that type of guy where I'm going to be that bothered if he was to leave. Not because I don't think he's, like, that good. Or no, sorry, not because I think he's shit or anything. It's just more, Yeah, like he's all right. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's one of those players, yeah, that you can just let go and you could just bring in someone else. Like, and I don't feel like that should be a major problem for a team like Liverpool. But I feel like because maybe obviously I know people are gonna say owners and stuff, but I also think the way that we think at times. This goes back to the conversation that we was having the other day, I think on ENDZ's channel about you see when we talk about like big clubs and historical clubs. I don't want to get into that, but I might even have to do a stream on that. Talking about big clubs versus historic clubs, like what's the difference? But yeah, I just think that sometimes like the way you think, like Harvey Elliott he's one of those, brother, you sell him, right, cool. Like he goes. He's not a starter. He's not, I don't feel like he's battling for like he's battling for a spot, but you're not gonna be mad if he doesn't get it. Like he's not a Phil Foden where you're like, nah, bro, like trust me, soon he's gonna have that spot. I don't look at Harvey Elliott like that. And obviously, more so actually, just because if you look at our midfield, say Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, McAllister, Gravenberch, they're all quite young as well. Like they're not, old, like 30, 31, where you're like, nah, trust me, Elliott, he's showing, trust me, give him time. He's gonna, he's gonna get better and he's gonna take that spot. Or if Szoboszlai was 32 and he was playing in that position and Elliott's then gonna cut, yeah, then I would totally understand. But we're talking about a guy who's, bro, like you're playing kind of with your age mates. So the reality is, are you ever gonna get in? You're playing these dibby dabby minutes and you're getting rotated in and out. And I hear all of that in terms of for Liverpool Football Club, that is good. But in terms of for him and his own career, that's where I look at it and think, yeah, like if Harvey Elliott left, like who's crying about it? Do you know what I mean? Like, are you guys seriously gonna sweat if Harvey Elliott was to leave the football club? Come on, man. Like, let's not act like we've got like these dope players like all the time. Do you know what I mean? But honestly saying, Harvey, in my opinion, he's better at finding a pass in the small pockets, small spaces versus low blocks compared to Szoboszlai. Also, he doesn't look for Mo. To be fair, that's only probably just a recent thing because listen, I remember Harvey, every 2 seconds he touched the ball, he's always passing to Mo. So, maybe he's just grown with age and stuff like that, kind of thing. But listen, man, look, I'm not saying actively sell him, but bro, if someone came in with like a 40 million bid, I'll be like, bro, you need to sell that ASAP. You don't even need to question that. 40 mil for Harvey Elliott. Bro, listen. Big up Sam, guys. You already know the vibe. You probably subscribe to the Don himself. But if you're not, make sure you subscribe. Obviously to Sam's channel. Honestly, Liverpool are pleased with Stefan Bajcetic's loan at RB Salzburg and the amount of minutes he has received, and there are no plans to recall the midfielder. Yeah, to me, I don't really want him back anyway. I don't feel like he adds anything, to be honest with you. Don't think the loan has gone as well as people think. I'm sure he's been dropped. I'll have a little look. I'm sure he hasn't started a game since December, was it, that I saw? I'll have a little look-see, but I'm sure that's what I saw. Yeah. Look at that. Last game against Madrid, didn't even play. Against Michelin, he only played 45 minutes. Against Bayern, he only played 35, 19, 24. 71 minutes. 7th of December was the last time I can see here that he started a game. 7th of December, bro. We are on the 24th of January, and you're trying to tell me that they're pleased. What could you be pleased with? He ain't played in over a month. That's what I'm saying, man. Just bear capping, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff that I talk about. Like, why would they lie about this? How could you be pleased with that? How could you be pleased? Like anybody on loan. I'm talking, doesn't even have to be at Salzburg. I'm talking if the guy was knocking about at Bristol Rovers, as an example. If you knew that you could see in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, he hasn't started, and that his last start was all the way back on the 7th of December. Bro, come on, man. That's not. Listen, man. It is what it is, isn't it? Like, let's just see come the end of the season. For me, personally, I just think Bajcetic he's another one like Harvey Elliott to me. I just look at him and think, brother, if he left, he left. You're not gonna cry about it. Like, they're not that good. I don't think that we need to cry about players like this. You get what I'm trying to say? Big up Ali in the building. Yeah, true. You used to, and I understand what you mean. Bring me Belieber, and if he wasn't injured this season, go and get me Karim Konate from Salzburg, striker with a lot of potential. Yep, he definitely does. He definitely does. He's a striker that, from what I've seen anyway, can hit the back of the net quite consistently. But yeah, we'll see. We'll come the summer. That's when I'll start with you. I'll be more like, you know what's crazy as well? Yeah, we've gone through the whole of January and we signed nobody. We've not extended any contracts. Nothing's happened. Like nothing. It's the same shit that we've had, which is crazy to think. We're almost at the end of January. Imagine that, the end of Jan. That's mad. That's mad. Yeah, but I had just flipping for coins. It was a pie. Yeah. That's and you know, Alexander. You know, sometimes like we don't have to take it so deep. Like it's not that deep. Like it's just football. Like it happens. Some of them you get right, some of them you get wrong. For all I know, 𝐒𝐀𝐃 turns into the new Busquets, and who knows? At this point, I don't actually care. It's not like I'm sweating if he becomes the next Busquets. Do you know what I mean? It's like sometimes you just get it wrong, and it's fine. But sometimes you get it right. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you just need to let the player go. Even if you want to do the, let's just insert a buyback clause for someone like, you know, 𝐒𝐶𝐃. But I feel like this fan base, Jesus Christ, it's like, no, we can't let him go, because if we let him go, then, you know, we've made it such a massive. I'm like, fucking hell, 𝐒𝐶𝐃. That's crazy. Jones injured again. That's Jerry's guy anyway. I don't even know. Like at this point, I don't know. Now he injured again. Yeah, it's funny. I'm not even shocked, to be honest. I didn't think it was gonna be like, I didn't think it was gonna be an injury though. I thought it would just be like he comes off last game. Yeah, you know what, calm, couple days off. You know what I mean? He should be at least fit. I'm not saying he has to start the game, but he should at least fit. From what I'm sure I heard in the press conference, he ain't gonna be fit for that game. In fact, it didn't even sound like he could be fit for the PSV game. Or is it Everton we've got next? I'm sure you guys will let me know, but I'm sure it's Everton that we've got next in the Merseyside derby. So yeah, that's it's interesting, and it's crazy after the week that he had, after the bloody week that he had, with the whole Salah stuff. Oh, is it Bournemouth that we've got next? Sorry, apologies. Then it's Bournemouth that we've got next. So when have we got? When do we have? Let me just check the fixtures. Oh, wow. We got Everton on the 12th of February. Right. So who was he talking about then that could be out for such a long time? Because that's a lot. That's a few games. If you look at it, Ipswich 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 6th game. Because that can't be Jones. No way. If that's Jones, then someone, if anyone listened to the press conference, I'm sure I read or maybe I read it somewhere about someone's going to be missing until that. Basically, it's like touch and go between that game against Everton and I think whatever the game is before that, so Plymouth or whatever it is. Like, yeah, but that's pretty far away though, pretty far away. Ali saying if 𝐒𝐁𝐄 can be sold for 60 M's, then surely 𝐒𝐊𝐿 can also. Plus, he's a better player than 𝐒𝐁𝐄. Yeah. Ali, this is what I'm saying. And okay, would anyone be mad if we said if someone came in with a 60? No, you'd be idiot to be mad. It might be Jota. It might be Jota. Apologies if it was thing, but either way, I know that I don't think Jones is going to be available for this game anyway. I think from what I heard. But yeah, I don't think you're going to be too mad if £60 million bid came in for 𝐒𝐊𝐿. You'll be like, bro, take the fucking money. You know what I mean? Take the bloody money. Do you know what I mean? Honestly, off topic, West Ham. Yeah, I saw that. They want him and Silva, the striker. Is it Antonio or Andre? I can't remember what his first name is. They're all the bloody same anyway. But yeah, him, that striker. He used to play in the Premier League. I feel like he played with Wolves. I feel like. But yeah, him or Brobbery. I can't remember how you pronounce it. He is a very interesting player. I don't see him doing well in the Premier League. I'll be super honest with you. I really don't see it. I don't feel like if they're trying to play him up front, I just don't see it. Like, I feel like he'd be as good as like a Mikel Antonio in the Premier League in a team like West Ham. I'll be honest. I just don't think that he's gonna be that good of a player. And it's not even that I think he's bad. It's just his whole thing is he's got the speed, he's got strength, and that. There's something about him I just don't really see. I'll be honest with you, man. Big up ENDZ in the building. ENDZ, I don't know if you've scheduled your stream or not. I was trying to redirect to it later on tonight, but I don't see it here on the. Yeah, I don't see it here. So yeah, let me know if you've done that. I'll redirect to yours later on. Yeah, too many silvers out there, too many bloody silvers. Let's do the predicted, or my predicted lineup then for the game. Let's just get this out of the way, and then we can enjoy the rest of our day, man. It's Friday. I'm trying to get out of it. But I also wanted to bring just a bit of content to you guys. Alrighty then, mates. Yes, I was watching that the other day, hence the reason why. All right, let's put Ali in goal. I'm not debating with anybody. Van Dijk, should have put him in there as well. Salah, put these guys in from early. All right. All right. I'm assuming Ibu is fine, so I'm gonna just go Ibu. And he did mention about Ibu. Obviously, you're right there about the managing minutes, but he sure saw something about he can. No, I haven't think, so we'll do it later. No worries. Yeah, I'm sure he mentioned something about Ibu can obviously play a bit more. I'm intrigued to see that, but yeah, if he feels Ibu could play more games, then yeah, that's obviously always going to be amazing for us. But yeah, look, I'll play Ibu anyway because it's Ibu at the end of the day. Right back, we'll go with Trent. Left back, I'm gonna go with Tsimikas. Simi. Feel like he deserves a bit. Obviously, if he's back fit, this is on the premise that these guys are going to be fit enough to be able to play, right? I feel like Tsimikas does deserve a little bit more of a run as well. I do think that if we're going to be, especially if we're looking to sign another left back, right? I feel like you need to start. It's almost like weaning the child off of breast milk. Like we need to start weaning ourselves off of Robbo, at some point in time. And this is obviously one way of doing that. So Gravenberch in there. Left or right doesn't actually really matter. McAllister and Zoba. Yeah, I think can't see who else is going to play. Maybe Elliot, potentially. Maybe this is the time that Elliot actually does play, I wouldn't play him in this game, like start him, but yeah, maybe Elliot could potentially play. You guys are what? Honestly, I said VVD, Snow Bunny Hunter. What? Red Costas, midfield, Grab McAllister, Elliot, attack mode, Darwin, Nunes, and Diaz, Allison, Trent, Canate, Virgil, Tsimikas. Yeah, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, Diaz, Gakpo. That's literally the front line that I would have gone with. No. Sorry. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. I am kind of happy with that. You could play Elliot. I'm not going to say you can't play Elliot in this position. I'm not going to be mad if Elliot plays. And yeah, I was trying to think who else is there. Nunes. Nah, I ain't really trying to see all of that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with anyway for the game. So Ali in goal, Trent at right back, Tsimikas at left back, and terrible twos at the back. McAllister, Gravenberch in the middle, Salah, of course, Gakpo on the left, Diaz up front with Szoboszlai in there as well. You know what I need to actually start doing, because you know what? I might even play into this as well. Yeah, 𝐒𝐃's off the bench. Yeah, of course. I won't be mad. Again, I won't be mad. I do think that that's not going to happen, but fairs. Because right now, I just think until he finds a similar replacement, or I don't even know like what he's going to do with that one. Because obviously, yes, this might be okay for this season, right? But this won't be able to work for next season. I don't think so. Unless he's going to be like Rodri. Rodri played how many games in a row? Obviously, he picked up that mad injury, but that wasn't because of tiredness or anything. He might need a different profile of midfielder. Obviously, Endo is the hit. If we're talking for now, Endo's here, and I agree with this. Ends Elliot, Chiesa, Nunes, Endo off the yeah. Again, I'm more than happy with that. As long as there's no, it's funny because you've not brought on any defender, but yeah, is if the game is fine and we're comfortable, then yeah, these are the kind of changes that I kind of want to see. If I'm being totally honest with you, big up goal ratio in the building as well. Top scorers from open play, goal ratio in order as of today. Jota, goal every 120. Gakpo, goal every 138 minutes. Diaz, goal on every 158 minutes. Salah, goal every 162 minutes. Nunes, 248. Ish. Most tackles and interceptions combined midfielders in the UCL this season. Ryan Gravenberch on 34. Mark Casado, my boy, he's on 33. Joao Neves, he has been very good from what I've seen of PSG, not just in the champs though. I've seen him in a couple of League R games. He looks very, very good. Who's the other guy in midfield for what's his name, man? Is it Vitinha? I don't want to get it wrong. I don't like getting it wrong. Yeah, Vitinha. Yeah, Vitinha's a bad boy as well. Vitinha's a bad boy as well. Yeah. I fucks with him. He's a neat midfielder. Like, I don't know what it is about. Every time I watch him, I'm like, yo, this guy's just a neat midfielder. Like, yeah. Like, he just seems calm. Like, he honestly just seems like a calm midfielder. Like, I would want someone like that, if I'm being honest with you. Like, if I was in my team anyway. Do you know what I mean? Those kind of players, man. Like, I like those kind of players. It doesn't always have to be, you know what I mean, the Don Dadas, you know what I mean, of this world. Like, sometimes it is just, yeah, certain players will just catch your eye. But that's not to say that the other players are obviously, you know, not good. Let's go through a couple of the comments before we head on out of here. Like I said, don't want to take up everyone's time. Zoba replaced by Elliott, 60th minute. Yeah. If we've got let's bring the fixtures up here, man. We've got PSV in the Champions League away. Then Bournemouth. Yeah, Bournemouth is going to be an interesting game. Yeah, I actually think that Bournemouth game is going to be very interesting to see how they do. It's like I expect a victory, but it will not surprise me if that doesn't happen. But obviously, we'll get to that when we get to that. Big up, Zay, man. Good morning to yourself, sir. Simple Chiesa, brother, ain't going to start until he builds up to 90. Yeah, imagine that. We're in the 24th of Jan. You know, and that's another thing, yeah. You know, we're just spitballing for the last like 5 minutes. I'm going to come closer to you guys, right? So another thing that annoys me is that we're on the 24th of January. And like the way that people speak about Chiesa, I don't think you've understood that we're on the 24th of January. Like it's the 24th of Jan, 2025. He signed back in August of 2024. Like, yo, it's like if that doesn't ring some type of alarm bells, I don't know what does. 24th of January as of today. Our next game is on the 25th. And the way people speak about him, yeah, man, he looks. What do you mean you look? This ain't a January signing. We signed this guy in August. In August, you know. That's crazy. It will be Robertson for Tsimikas or Bradley for Trent or Kwanzaa for Konate. That's normally the 5 sub. Yeah. Zane saying he prefers Vitinha over Neves. Listen, both really good midfielders. So yeah, I like any of them. Any of them is definitely the thing. Balcola finally cooking. That boy was on job versus City. Yeah. As goal ratio says, guys, smash the blood clot like button. Don't be foolish. Yeah, I'm gonna do that at the end once I fit wrap up here. How much would PSG want for Vitinha? Something that we probably couldn't afford. I'll tell you that much. Also keep an eye on Doué. He also looks like he is, but yeah, I like Doué. I really I think he's a really, really good player. I just don't feel you know, like some players, yeah. Honestly, you bro, honestly, you know anyway, man. You know the vibes. Like, you know, some players. There's so many players that I don't speak about because I don't even see the point. You know, like if I was a Chelsea fan, they'll probably be like, I'd probably be able to see like, okay, yeah, you know what, like might get lucky. We could bid for this guy, and you know, like Chelsea fans are starting to gas. They're trying to gas themselves up for Garnacho. You know, of all the players as well. That's so jokes. It's funny seeing a fan base forcing something, but listen, it is what it is, right? But you know, like if I was a fan of like a different type of team, like certain signings, or certain players, should I say, you could at least talk about. Players like Doué, I'm like, what's the point? What would even be the point? Bournemouth, very tough team at the moment. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Zaire Emery, bro. Go check my player watch, bro. That brother's on smoke. He's spending the season to get fit. Yeah, imagine that. Chiesa spending the whole season to get. That's. And I heard that. I see your boy the Italian manager. What's the Barley dude's name, man? The ex-Napoli guy, man. I think he was speaking about it, like about Chiesa, and just saying like, that he's kind of like he would prefer if my man was obviously back in what do you call it? Was back in obviously Italy to be able to, like, you know what I mean, keep him more under observation kind of thing, which makes sense. Of like, why would he care about Liverpool? Like everyone was getting mad. I was like, why would he care about Liverpool? Like he wouldn't give two shits about what Liverpool are doing. He just wants to make sure his players all right. And at the moment, if he was looking at it from an international manager's perspective, of course, Chiesa, bro, it's not working over here at Liverpool. At the moment, it's just not working. Whatever anyone thinks is going to happen, until it happens, we don't know. At the moment, this Chiesa signing is an L at this current moment in time. And to be honest, unless this brother does like really well between now and the end of the season, for me, it'll be one of the worst signings of the season. I don't care how much you got him for. The only way you could have offset that is if he was free. That is the only way I would have said, all right, I'm not going to call him the worst signing. But at this moment, if I had to pick worst signing of the season, maybe I'm not thinking, but he's in my top 3. And I can't really think of anyone really that bad. Big up Fozzie in the building, guy. Make sure you head on over there and subscribe to the Mandem, please, please, please. Chiesa is lethal in the 18-yard box. If we can get him 20 minutes off the bench each game, I would be happy. Yeah, you would be happy. But yeah, you would be happy. Like, you as a fan, you might be happy, but can you tell a player who's on 100 or so bags a week, yeah, you're going to get 20 minutes every game? I don't think he's going to be too happy with that. Yeah, we could have just bought Somerville. Yeah, it's funny, man. I don't really rate Somerville like that, but yeah, if it's just about getting someone like that in, we blatantly could have. Personally, I'd start Chiesa in place of Salah to give Salah a rest, but Slot don't trust Chiesa. Yeah, Salah's not getting dropped, my brother. Just like that. Let's forget that dream. Garnacho is mid. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I was about to try and be kind. Nah, he's mid. I think he's super mid. Doué seems to fit more La Liga or Bundesliga compared to the Prem. I have the same feeling about Santi Jimenez. Yeah, Santi Jimenez, 100%. I see people talking about him recently. He's all right. He's another decent striker. Obviously, Slot's worked with him, so like if we was to sign someone like that, could that help? Just the sheer fact because Slot's obviously, you know, worked with him, kind of thing. I don't really know, but I don't know, man. I blame Salah's coffee corner. He keeps asking for a latte. It's only pure black Cuban coffee. Fuck's sake, man. All right, scoreline. Guys, if you can, just please, just quickly drop your predictions in there. I'm gonna go with we beat them 2-0 away. I say 3-1. I say 3-1. 3-1. I honestly think Chiesa will be an important part in the second half of the season. I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1. Liverpool always conceding goals, man. Just the way it is. We're never gonna get back to that. You know, that peak era. Like there was a peak time when man wasn't even conceding goals like that. It was mad. Alexander's going 3-0. Ale's gone 4-0. Honestly, he's gone 5 with Darwin brace, Salah brace, Chiesa from the bench. That would be good. I can't lie. ENDZ's gone with 5-1, Salah 2, Diaz, Gakpo 2. Fairs. You think all the front three basically will score? Goal ratio has gone with 4-2 to the Reds. That sounds like it'll be a crazy match. that sounds like a game where Liverpool will probably be 2-1 down at some point in time. That's what that sounds like. But we come back and slap them 4-2. Like we'll hit the third 3-2, and then we'll hit another one. Liverpool's so predictable. Like you hit another one straight afterwards, kind of thing. That sounds like one of those kind of games. But I think everybody's gone with victories. I think I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, just in case there's an Ipswich fan thinking we're trying to. Yeah, it's not even that. I just think that Liverpool, they're in a good moment. They're in a good moment in terms of as a team, and they're just getting through these games. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it's great at the moment in terms of performance-wise, but we're getting through the games. And I feel like at times there are moments in games, I feel, when I'm watching Liverpool that it is like we'll get to a point where we're making the game comfortable, and you've almost killed the spirit of the opposition by making it so comfortable. So yeah, I think it'll just be one of those type of games. Where do you think Hutchinson will end up next season? I think I got a feeling that he will stay at Ipswich maybe for one more season. I got a weird feeling. I feel like maybe just stay there for another season. I do think he's a decent player as well. I remember from old school boy, them skills shows and that. I think he'll stay. I think he'll stay, and I think it's probably better for him to just stay, regardless of whether they get relegated or not. I think Ipswich, depending on the type of team they can take down with them if they get relegated, if they can keep the nucleus of their team, I feel like Ipswich are kind of they could probably walk the league. I feel like I don't look at anyone, like even if anyone who comes down from this season, I don't think they're better than Ipswich from the ones who are going to go down, so to speak. I'd love if Everton got relegated, but yeah, I don't think any one of them are that much better. So if Ipswich can keep their players, I think Hutchinson, he could be a real important figure for them, help them get back to the Premier League, go again one more time in the Premier League, and then I know it seems like he's playing the long game, but I feel like you found a home almost at Ipswich. You found a career, where he was getting bounced at Arsenal, then moves to Chelsea, so it was all getting weird there. Then he has to go on loan to Ipswich. Then they sign, bro. You found a home there. Don't even take that for granted, bro. That's the way I see it. These kind of things. Obviously, if you can see a move, if there's a club in the Premier League who want to, take you on, then of course, do try your luck. But sometimes some players, they make the wrong moves. Yeah, I would personally just say, listen, stay at Ipswich, do the long term thing, and there's still a possibility that they could stay up. Yeah, I mean, they're not relegated yet. They could stay up. If they stay up, 100% you stay. 100%, man. Even sign a new deal if you can. Sign a new deal. 𝐒𝐁𝐃 come on and scores. Yeah, hopefully. ENDZ saying he will stay. Yeah. If 𝐒𝐃𝐃 comes on each game and scores every other game, would he be worth it? Yes. Yeah, he'll be. Yeah. Then I won't call him the worst signing, but he would still. I won't call him the worst signing, but when we're going through the list, like at the end of the season, when we do the best signing, worst signing, he will be in the worst signing more than he will be. Like he ain't gonna be in the best signing, even if he does this. Like I can't, bro, it's January. He isn't a January signing. I don't. Like I said, you would have to do a mazza between now and the end of the season for me to take that out of my mind to think that, you know what, maybe he doesn't enter into that kind of realm. But listen, man, it is what it is. We run less, but we are more dominant on the ball, which is a good thing. At the end, we might go to Napoli. I can see Dortmund looking at him. They also let go of Marlon, so they need an attacker. Let's wait and see, man. But guys, we will end it there. We'll end it there. Who is live right now? Let's see who's fucking live, mate. Let's see who's bloody live, mate. Hooks, man, like Hooks and that. I like Hooks still. Arsenal fan. He seems like a cool brother, man. Him and George, I think him and George, yeah, both two really good brothers. I can't really see anywhere. I might just redirect to them, man. If no, they finished. They actually finished. Asian Reds. What time are you guys? Oh, you guys are all like 10:30 and 11:30 and that. Bro, you know watch-alongs are just long, my brother. I can't even lie. Yeah, okay, obviously, ENDZ obviously going to be doing some of his streams over at Big Up. I will be also doing some of my streams over there at Big Up as well. Maybe I'll do watch-alongs. I don't think they won't be Liverpool watch-alongs though. They won't be Liverpool watch-alongs. ENDZ said he'll do that anyway. So if you want Liverpool watch-alongs, ENDZ said he's more than happy to do that. There'll be other teams maybe in the Premier League. I don't really want to do a Liverpool watch-along. I'll be honest with you. Yeah. I'd rather we can, because then I feel like we can analyze the other teams. I prefer that. Whereas with Liverpool, yeah, no, I'm all right. I'll do like other teams watch-alongs. Oh, but I'll do it over there on Big Up. Once I get everything sorted over there on that side of the map, then yeah, we'll we'll start doing that. But it won't be over here on YouTube. It will be, of course, as I say, on Big Up itself. So yeah, G, do the Liverpool one with me, and I'll do it. I won't be able to do this weekend anyway. You know, weekends always tricky. I can't do weekends like that, man. Weekdays, cool. If you do one next week for the Champions League, I'll run it. I'll run it. 2KG said the next Liverpool game would, yeah, you know I didn't. Everyone knows it because I would have said it. I blatantly would have said it. Big up Heki, man. Good after or good morning to yourself, my friend. But yes, bruv, I couldn't find anybody who's even live, and I can't be bothered to continue looking. So I've just put it to Beige and Reds Friday night live. It's at 11:30. Make sure you guys head on over there. Just hit the like button for me, people. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend as well. I will be back. I'll be back on Sunday, maybe, but it'll be more likely on the Monday in itself. As I say, guys, if you want to become a member, you already know the vibes. Just hit that button over there. I don't think I'll be on Hussams later. Maybe. I mean, he ain't messaged me, to be fair. So I don't know if he was waiting for me to message him. I don't know. You'd have to chat to him. So yeah, I'll see. About to rewind this stream. That's all good, man. I would have usually done my stream at 10 o'clock, to be fair. But yeah, I had a call, so I couldn't even do it at that time. I'm just trying to think what else is there. Yeah, I'll have my Zaboza Live video, which is obviously only open to the members for now. I will drop that at some point in the weekend, or some point at some time. So just look out for that. For the muggles, I'll drop that for you guys. But for the members, yeah, I mean, because you guys are my dogs, I had to put that video out for you guys first. So if you want to be a member and you want to watch it, cool. Oh yes, that's exactly what I should say. Every Friday, today is Friday. Every Friday at probably 6 p.m. I'll probably drop it. I've got this new series, new show, but it's only for the members. It's only for men. It's gonna come out every single Friday, and it's just like a story. It's for the nostalgia merchants out there, anyway. Really and truly, where we all I'm just taking a look back at some of the former players that we've that we've seen throughout the years. I'm not going to tell you who the first player is. You guys will obviously see this evening at 6 p.m. But every Friday, it's not long. It's like 10 minutes, 10, 15, I think at most. So it's just a little listen. It's not going to be it'll be visual, but not visual at the same time. So you can just put your headphones in, rock back, listen to that. But this will be for the members every single Friday. I've already uploaded 10 episodes anyway, so we've got the next 10 weeks covered regardless. He's saying first playing. You will see, Hakeem. You will see, my friend. You will see. Yeah, you will have to see. I can't reveal my sources or anything like that. Obviously, he's going to be one of the players that we're going to talk about, of course. But yeah, listen, it's all the old school players. So if there's a player out there that you would like for me to talk about, former player that you've used to rock with, whoever it is, Seedorf or Van Bronckhorst, old school left back, whatever, let me know. I'll do that because sometimes I forget certain players and things like that. But yeah, I've tried to, the ones that just came to mind straight away, I've tried to obviously just do those very, very quickly. So yeah, first show 6 p.m. and then from there, subsequent Fridays, every Friday 6 p.m. it will drop only for members. This will not drop as a member to public. No, this is just for members. So if you guys want to, if you guys obviously want to see that, cool. He's saying Ronaldinho, bro. I have to do Ronaldinho. That's silly. Riquelme. I didn't even think of Riquelme. Let me even write that down. Right now. Riquelme. I forgot about him. Riquelme. Pablo Aimar. Yo, yeah. Forlan. He's got Drogba. Yeah. Hey, honestly, you're a bad boy, Man said Pablo Aimar. I forgot about him. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do that one most definitely. Yeah, all of these ones you're putting, I'm gonna do all of them anyway, regardless. But it's just when I drop them and stuff like that. Obviously, don't worry, Keem, I got that Drogba. Don't worry, I might have already done a Drogba one. I think you'll like the first one. Anyway, for those who want to see it anyway. So Cool, I got that. Riquelme, Pablo Aimar, Forlan, and Drogba. Every week or every live, I'll ask you guys anyway in the chat which players you think I should do and stuff like that. And I also want to do another show as well. But once we get a few more members, I will do that show. I'll probably look to start it maybe middle of next month, potentially, but it's like a versus show. So every week I want to do like for example, Rio Ferdinand versus Paolo Maldini. Whoever you think wins that battle, that goes on to the next week, and then so we'll do like every month. So that's why I might start at the end of next month. We'll probably do that. Obviously, hopefully we get a few more members, but even it doesn't really matter. We'll just start at end of next month, looking at like heading into March and stuff like that, and we'll do like a versus battle. Oh yes, 𝐒𝐃. And then we'll just do it each. We'll do it probably for like a month. So first month defenders, second month wingers, third month strikers, etc. 𝐒𝐃, Romario. Who else is there? I thought about players like this, like Messi and stuff. Messi might be. I'm waiting until he retires until I do that video anyway. I've got a video in mind for Messi. I've had it for time. Gucci, fucking hell, you lot coming with some real bad boys. Okay, cool. So you got Riquelme, Aimar, Forlan, Drogba, 𝐶𝐶, Romario, Guti. You know what's mad? You guys have thought of all of these names, and there's still bare names that I've done that are none of these names here. That's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You guys know your football. You know your football. David, 𝐒𝐃𝐃. How can I fucking forget David? Trudon, I apologize. How can I forget about him? The only guy I see wearing glasses on a football pitch and that. 𝐒𝐁𝐈, yeah, I got 𝐒𝐁𝐈 on my list as well. We grew up watching ballers. I know, this is what I'm saying. We grew up watching ballers. Now man's watching fucking Havertz and that. And I'm trying to gas myself thinking, yeah, man, Havertz is all right, you know? Like, he could do this. Gattuso, yeah. Gattuso. Desai. Yeah. That's mad, yeah. Look at the way you guys are listing. Oh, honestly, makes me feel like an old head. Look at the way that you guys are listing players, yeah? Now, try to tell me to do players from today's day and age. You know, you start struggling. Yeah, Mbappe, Haaland, KDB, like, I mean, we start stretching it like in, maybe like KDB, like Salah and that. Matthias, yeah. That one might be difficult, man, because obviously I never really saw him. But I'll do him. I'll do all of these players regardless. I'll do them regardless. Not many players from this generation, mate. Yeah, it's true. Tyler, you know, of course. Rivaldo, come on, bro. Like, how can I forget Rivaldo? If we watch back, yeah, don't worry. Like I said, when we're doing the member shows and stuff like that, but like, you know me, I'm a nostalgia merchant. I'm gonna be doing a lot more nostalgia content over there anyway, where we can take a look back at some of that stuff and, you know, things like that. Cantona, Casillas, 𝐓𝐇𝐀𝐄. I definitely know you had to Google how to spell that, because best believe I did not know that's how you spell it. 𝐓𝐇𝐀𝐄. That's mad. You guys are 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 12 names. Oh, don't worry, I got Etu on there. But yes, cool. We'll leave it there. If you got any more names, drop them in the comment section after the video. Veron, 𝐒𝐔𝐁𝐒, 𝐒𝐔𝐄e, bro, that's mad. It's actually mad. Yeah, drop all of these names in the comment section, people, for me, please. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next week, of course, for the reaction of the game. And then yeah, hopefully I'll be on Big Up by next week, so we'll be able to just chop it up, tactical stuff, and then we can take it from there. Much love to everybody who's obviously tuned in. Make sure you stay locked in. 6 p.m. this evening. Be a member. You'll see it. Peace.